Hello everyone and welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you, and I am your host, your host, and today still again in the ghost mode, Mohit Jain, with Accenture's actual question asked on 4th May 2021. Few are from analytical reasoning and many questions are from numerical ability section. I picked up only 20 to showcase on this particular session because many questions were repetitive, and you may find those questions on our part 1, part 2, mock test 1 and mock test 3, which are there in the playlist called Accenture 2021. The link is there in the description below. So let's begin now. Okay, find the roots of, that means we just need to solve this and find the value of x. It is 15x square minus x minus 28 is 0. 15 is 5 into 3, 28 is 7 into 4. So we have 20 and 21. 15x square minus 21x plus 20x minus 28 is 0. Take common 3x, that is 5x minus 7. 4 common, 5x minus 7 is 0. So if 5x minus 7 is 0, x is equals to 7 by 5. And if 3x plus 4 is 0, x is equals to minus 4 by 3. So these are the two roots, and yes, that features in option A. An ant climbing up a vertical pole ascends 12 meter and slip down 5 meter in every alternative hour. So that means in first hour 12 meter up, second hour 5 meter down. That means in 2 hours the total displacement is 7 meter. If the pole is 63 meter high, how long will it take it to reach the top? These all questions are actually tricky in the part that don't just simply divide 63 by 7. Okay, and then multiply by 2. That would be wrong. 18 is not the correct answer. What you do, what is the lowest next previous multiple of 7? 63 by 7 is 9. So let's make it 8. How much is 7 into 8? 7 into 8 is 56 meter. So the ant climbs 56 meter in 8 into 2, that is 16 minutes. Now what is happening in the 17th minute? In the 17th minute, ant will climb 12 meter. So 56 plus 12 is 68, but it requires only 63 meter to climb. That means 5 meter less. That means the ant need to climb only 7 meter. To climb 12 meter, it takes like 1 hour, that is 60 minutes. So to climb 7 meter, it will take 60 by 12, that is 5 into 7, that is 35 minutes. So in 16 hours, the ant reaches 56 meters. In next 35 minutes, the ant will climb another 7 meter and the ant would be at the top. So it should be 16 hours 35 minutes. Answer C fits in. The sum of three numbers is 350. If the ratio of the first to the second is 2:3, and that of second to the third is 4:5. So that means we need to find the joint ratio, and the easiest process to find joint ratio is 2 into 4 is 8, 4 into 3 is 12, and 3 into 5 is 15. This is the combined joint ratio of first, second and third number. That means first, second and third number are in the ratio of 8:12:15. Then what is the second number? Second number proportion is 12 out of 20 and 15, that is 35. So second number is 12 by 35 of the total. Total is 350. This will go 10 times, that is 120. So second number is 120, first number is 80, and third number is 150. Question asks is about the second number. Second number is 120, that is option B, and that is the correct answer. A number is increased by 10% and then reduced by 10%. After this operation, what will happen to the number? So if number increases by x% and then changes by y%, we can use our rule 3, that is net changing rule. In net changing rule, we can find the effect of the net change of the 2% change, that is given by x plus y plus xy by 100. and with respective signs we need to use this formula. We know that. So first x is plus 10 and y here is minus 10. So net change would be 10 minus 10 minus 100 by 100. That will give us minus 1. That means it is 1% decrease. Net change is 1% decrease, and it is in option B, which says it decreases by 1%. A shopkeeper had purchased 400 products for rupees 40 each. That means cost to the shopkeeper is 400 into 40, that is 16,000 rupees. The goods did not sell due to quality issues. He sell them to scrap dealer for rupees 6500. That means selling price is just 6500. Since selling price is less than cost price, the shopkeeper is incurring losses. 16,000 minus 6500, 9500 are its losses. What is his profit or loss percentage? Obviously, it should be loss percentage that he made on the transaction. Loss percentage is always calculated on CP, that is given by loss by CP into 100. Loss is 9500, CP is 16,000 into 100. If we solve it, it would be 950 by 16, that is 5 times 80 and then 59. 59.37% loss. Once I have got 59, I just look at the option and only one of the options says 59 point something. So it is 59.37% loss. That is answer C. If the length and width of a rectangular garden plot are each increased by 20%, then what would be the present increase in the area of the plot? Here also we can use our rule 3, that is our net change formula that we have discussed already in 2396, and the formula says the net change is given by x plus y plus xy by 100, and here x and y both are 20%. Length is also increased by 20%, width is also increased by 20%. So it gives overall 44%. So change in the area or percentage increase in the area would be 44%. That is in option D. Okay, a question from time and work. A, B and C can finish a piece of work in 10, 12 and 15 days respectively. A and B started working. Okay, A and B starts to work. And then B left after 2 days. That means B worked for 2 days. And A also works for 2 days when B left. If C joins after 4 days from the start, after 4 days from the start means A have worked for 4 days by then, B have left by 2 days, C then joins in. In how much time from the moment C joins will the remaining work be completed by A and C together? Fine. So let A also works for X more days and then C also works for X more days. So this is the day's work. A work for 4 plus X days, B works for 2 days and C works for only X days. Now we can use our day work format, day work fraction format, which says A is working for 4 plus X days, then work done by A in 4 plus X days would be 4 plus X by 10. Work done by B in 2 days would be 2 by 12. Work done by C in X days would be X by 15. And the total fraction of all the work should be equals to 1. Now if I multiply throughout by 60, I'll get 6 into 4, 24 plus 6x plus 60 by 12 is 5, 5 into 2 is 10, 60 by 15 is 4, 4x equals to 60. So this is 34, 60 minus 34 is 26 and this is 10x. 10x is 26, x equals to 26 by 10 days. More 26 by 10 days, since the time C joins in, work would be completed by A and C together. Option C fits in. ABC Limited allowed an 18% commission on the total sales to a salesman and a bonus of 2% on the sales over 40,000. If the salesman deposited 1,26,400 in the company. After deducting the earnings, find the total sales. Let the total sales be X. Then from X, he have taken out his 18% commission. He has also taken out his 2% bonus on the sales, which is excess of 40,000. And after this, he have submitted the balance to the company, that is 1,26,400. A simple equation to solve now. X minus 18% of X is 0.82X minus 0.02X minus plus 2% of 40,000 would be 800 equals 126,400. So 0.8x equals 126,400 minus 800 will give 125,600. So x is 125,600 into 10 by 8, which will give us 157,000. So total sales to the company is 1,57,000, and this option is there 1 lakh, but it is 1,57,500. So answer would be none of the above, because correct answer is rupees 1,57,000. The average salary of 20 workers in an office is 19,000 per month. So this is the salary of 20 workers. If the manager's salary is added, that means if 21 people come in, the average salary become 20,000. So if I multiply this, 19 into 20 is 380 and 20 into 21 is 420. Balance is 40. I have added up 3 more 0. So this is salary of manager, and this is per month salary. Mind it. What is the manager's annual salary? See the trick in the question. They have given 40,000 as one of the option, but correct answer is none of the above, because annual salary is 40,000 into 12, that is 4,80,000, and not 40,000. 40,000 is the salary of the manager per month. But the question is, what is the manager's annual salary? Annual salary is way more than 40,000, isn't it? Into 12, it would be 4,80,000. None of the above. What a tricky question it is. Mr. A purchases a car at a discount of 20% from a wholesaler. Okay. And sells it at a profit of 20% for $1,800. So for Mr. A, selling price is 1,800, which is after 20% profit. So CP is 1,800 into 100 by 120, that is 1,500. That means A have purchased this car for 1,500. How much discount does he get from the wholesaler? Now 1,500 is 80% of the price. Suppose price to the wholesaler was, price to the wholesaler was 100. He have given you discount of 20. That means price to Mr. A is 80, isn't it? In this case, 80 is 1,500. Then how much is 100? We can find. But the question asked is how much discount does he get? He get 20 discount. So let us just find the value of 20. So value of 20 would be 1,500 by 80 into 20. That goes 4. 750 by 2 is 375. He get a discount of $375. That is in option D. The income of A and B is in the ratio 6:5. That means income is 6x and 5x. And the expenditure are in the ratio 5:3, 5y, 3y. And each saves $3,500. Savings is equals to income minus expenditure. So A's saving is 6x minus 5y, and B's savings is 5x minus 3y, and both are equal to 3,500. That means 6x minus 5y equals 5x minus 3y. That means x is equals to 2y. So I can say income is x is 2y, that is 12y, and B's income is 10y. 12 minus 5 is 7. 7y saving. Here also 7y saving. And 7y is equals to 3500 given. Value of y is 500. Now what is the question? What is the income of B? Income of B is 10y. 10y is 10 into 500. That gives us $5,000 is the income of B. That is in option C. The sum of the square of two positive consecutive odd number. So if I take first number as x, the next consecutive odd number would be x plus 2. Now square of this plus square of this is equals to 290. That means x square plus 4x plus 4 is equals to 290. 2x square plus 4x equals 290 minus 4 is 286. So x square plus 2x is 143. X into x plus 2. If I break 143, that would be the best way. It is 11 into 13 I'll get. So we can compare this and we get x is equals to 11. So the two numbers are 11 and 13. Find the average of the two number. 11 plus 13 is 24. For average, divide by 2. Average of the two number is 12. That is in option C. On buying an article for rupees 300 and then selling it, a shopkeeper incurs a loss of 11%. So cost price is 300, loss is 11%, that is 11% of 300 is 33. Selling price would be 300 minus 33, that is 267. Now the customer sold the same article to his friend for a profit of 10%. So this become cost price to the customer now. He is selling this as 10% profit on it, 26.70. Now the selling price of the customer becomes 293.70. Then what was the price at which customer sold the article to his friend? Is simply 293.70. That is in option D. Okay, complete the series. Generally in these kind of questions we just look at the number and try to identify that whether they are jumping or they are increasing. Here it is not in the multiplicative format which I can see. So let's find the difference. 12 minus 5 is 7. 31 minus 12 is 19. 68 minus 31 is 37. Now there is no uniformity in 7, 19, 37. Let's do the second order difference. 19 minus 7 is 12. 37 minus 19 is 18. Okay, so if I follow this pattern, that is plus 6, and I use this plus 6 here itself, so 18 plus 6 would be 24. 24 plus 37 would be 61, and 68 plus 61 would be 129. And let's see, yes, we have this as one of the option in option C, 129. This is second order. Difference sequence is same, and then it would be 6 6, and then it will become 0. That is the basic difference table we form in completing this series. Maximum number of time you can frame this difference table and get your series formed. So here it is 129, option C. Again a series to be completed. 1 6 15 gap 45 66 91. Again I will try to identify the differences. 6 minus 1 is 5, then it is 9. Here 66 minus 45 is 21, and 91 minus 66 is 25. What we can see that here gap is 4, here the gap is also 4, so we can assume that these gaps would be in the constant format. Let's see how it is. 9 plus 4 is 13. Now 13 plus 15 is 28. Now How much should be 28 minus 45? 28 minus 45 is 17, and that matches. 13 plus 4 is 17. And then 17 plus 4 is 21. 21 plus 45 is 66. That means the gap of 4 is there in the difference of the series. A series difference is in AP, and hence the number here should be 28. That is in option B. A shopkeeper sells an article for $80, selling price is 80, and make a loss of 20%. That means CP of the article should be 80 into 100 by 100 minus loss, that is 100. Okay, 100 it is. So CP of an article is $100. He decided to compensate the loss, okay, and make an overall profit of 15%. What should be the selling price of another unit of article in order to do so? Now you want to sell one more. That means he is selling two, one at a loss and one at a profit something, so that overall profit is 15%. So cost price of 2 unit is 200. He want to make a profit of 15%. 15% of 200 is 30. That means the total selling price should be 230. Minus selling price of the first one is 80. That means selling price of the second one should be 230 minus 80, that is 150. If he is selling the second article at rupees 150, or you can also say at 50% profit. This type of question can also be asked. So if the second article is being sold at 50% profit or rupees 150, he would be making overall profit of 15%. Okay, we have this in option D, and that is the answer. Complete the series again. 95, 115.5, 138, missing number 189. Let's see. Okay, these are not showing in multiplicative changes. Let's find the difference. So here difference would be 20.5. 138 minus this is 22.5. If I assume this, the difference between these two is 2, and let me make this plus 2 here also, 24.5, and plus 2 here also, 26.5. 138 plus 24.5 is 162.5. Now just check. 162.5 plus 27 would give us 189. Bingo. Our format of changes of 2, and then this is in AP differences. Answer would be 162.5, and that features in option B. If 7/8 of the work is done in one day, in one day 7/8 of the work is done, then what fraction of work will be left undone after half day? So in half day, work done is half of 7/8, that is 7 by 16. This is done. So undone work after half day is 1 minus 7 by 16, because since work is in fraction, total work done fraction is 1. 16 minus 7 is 9. 9 by 16 part of the work is undone after the half day, and that is in option A. A cellular phone, when sold for rupees 4600, this is selling price, fetches a profit of 15%. Find the cost price. We know the formula to find cost price. Cost price, selling price into 100 upon 100 plus profit. That is 4600 into 100 by profit is 15, 115. Now 115 into 4 is 460, that is 40. So that gives 4000. So 4000 is the cost price of the phone, that is in option C. A shopkeeper purchases an article for rupees 360 after getting a discount of 10% from the wholesaler. Okay, so what was the price to the wholesaler? Price to the wholesaler was X, 10% discount was given, and that becomes 360. That means 9x equals 3600. X is 400. So price to the wholesaler is 400. You are given 10% discount, you are getting it for 360. If he sold the article as 15% profit, now the cost price to you or the shopkeeper is 360. He's adding profit 15%. 15% of 36 is 36 and 18, 154. So that will become 414. Selling price of the shopkeeper is 414. Then what would be his profit if the wholesaler had not given him a discount? If wholesaler is not, assuming he sold it at the same price. Okay, so now if wholesaler is not giving discount, that means wholesaler is selling him at 400 and he is selling at 414. So less 400. In that case, profit would have been only rupees 14, and the shopkeeper is selling it at the same price. That means he is selling it at as 414, and if the wholesaler price was 400, he would have gained only 14 rupees. That is in option A. Thank you everyone for participating. Please stay connected and I'll come back soon. I'm Mohit Jain signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats, that MJ Magic Studio to you, and I'll come back soon with again actual question asked on of a censure on 5th May 2021, maybe like tomorrow or maybe tomorrow. Like I'll come back. I'll come back for sure. And stay home, stay safe, and be strong. India will fight back, isn't it? Yes, we will. Thank you everyone for participating. I'll see you soon, and please stay connected and don't forget to subscribe. Do comment, like, and share and help the channel grow. Thank you everyone.